Hey y'all, this is Cheryl and thanks for joining me for another scrapbooking process video. I'm going to be scrapping some photos from my daughter's graduation in 2015 from high school. And these two photos are family and family friends who attended. There were a few other people that didn't sit with us, but these are the majority of the family that was there. And of course, I'm not in the photo because I'm taking the photo and forgot to get someone to take a picture of me sitting there. But I did get some photos afterwards, after the graduation was over, of me and her, so that's totally okay. So this is just focused on, you know, grandparents, aunts, and uncles, and, dad and brother, that kind of thing. So we're all super proud of her. We're all, up there excited, waiting for her to come out at, our local civic center. And she was graduating from the same high school that her dad and I graduated from, and it's doubled in size. So when we graduated, we graduated at the stadium, so it was outside, and no, there was plenty of room for everybody. But now there are just so many students that they have had to move it to a different venue, and it's a good thing too because with rainouts and things like that, it just makes it easier on everyone to have an indoor location. So right now, I don't think I told you what products I was using yet. I'm using a collaboration. It's from the DigiScrap Parade, and these are free products that are given out for free downloads by a variety of digital scrapbook designers in the community, in the DigiScrap community. And the one for May was called Commencement. So of course it was perfect for scrapping a lot of the photos that I have of last year. And I've done quite a few layouts, but I'm just simply nowhere near finished. I know I'll end up doing some just as probably photo collages to go like accompanying pages to this. So there'll be, a full layout on one side and then some really basic information along with the photos on the other side if I have duplicate photos or something. And like the photos that I have of her, actually graduating, I mean, it says she's walking across the stage, so the action of the photo kind of tells the story. But there will be some other details that I want to include in there. So I'm still not sure how I'm going to finish it up, but I have felt a bit inspired to make sure that I get this album kind of somewhere near finished before she graduates. She started her college career already having well over a year of classes finished because she did some dual enrollment. So she has about 2 years left, year and a half at this point. So I'd like to have this book done before her college graduation, if at all possible. Usually I fail miserably on doing that, but I'm really trying to be more focused this year on telling stories and making sure that the important information is saved. I recently listened to a paper clipping podcast. It's an older podcast, and it was, I think her name is Jackie Wood. That was the guest on there, so it's from 2013, I think. And she has a condition where she would wake up and lose years of her life. The last occurrence of her condition, she lost 8 years. And so the podcast was talking about, how that changed her memory keeping process, what things she chose to focus on. I just thought it was really interesting and kind of in line with what I had already really started trying to do this year. Um, I'm only 45, but I've noticed that my recall of events is not what it was when I was in my 20s, and I don't. I want to remember. If something happens to my memory, which I pray that God lets me keep um, a sound mind throughout my days. I have a lot of physical pain, so I'm hoping that and praying that I will be blessed with a sound mind. But if I'm not, I would really want these memory books, these pages that I'm making, to provide me with information that, I can remember, parts of my life. So, like, this is obviously a big event. My first child has graduated from high school. And the podcast, though, has got me wanting to remember a little bit more about my daily tasks and routines and things that I like, music or books, whatever, things that make me happy. So I've been taking a few different photos of things that I find that bring me joy. And also in there, I've been scrapping a little bit more about my pain and my condition. I have a herniated disc along with degenerative disc disease, arthritis, and I have some bulging disc as well. And I'm waiting to have surgery. That's coming. But this is something that I've dealt with since I was 21. My first surgery was when I was 21. I fell in college and had a herniated disc and had that operated on. And since then, have had problems off and on. Over the last few years, it's gotten worse. But I'm trying to include, I try to be positive and not talk about that all the time. But in my layouts now, I want to kind of include I was here, but I was distracted because of pain or whatever. If it needs to be like this particular layout, I don't need to write that on there. Um, but there are some other layouts that I've made about my husband or whatever that I feel like, it's important for me to leave a message for him about how much I appreciate him and how much he helps me um, to, do things in my life. And yeah, wow, I went on a really big ramble there, and I'm not even really sure where I am. So you'll have to excuse me for totally getting lost. While I've been rambling, I've added several embellishments, and this is from a variety of designers. I'm not even going to try to list all of them, but I really liked being able to mix such different styles, from that painted background in the back to the different types of flowers, um, journal cards, etc. So, um, anyway, back to my ramble. It's just, trying to record the everyday but not be a project life scrapper. I don't, that doesn't appeal to me, and I think I would feel too much pressure to be working on that all the time. Even though I create every day, I, I do it because I feel, a creative push to do it. And I don't know that I would feel that necessarily. Uh, if, I was always like, oh man, I have to do this. I have to keep up with my, project life. So I'm just gonna try to incorporate that more in my layouts as they're, you know, coming up in the future. So you may see more um, things where you think, oh my gosh, Cheryl, what are you scrapping? Why are you scrapping that? So that's why they may be a different focus. So since I'm still doing the graduation layout, I will pop in and say Olivia, my daughter, is doing fantastically in college. She is close to a 4.0 for her first year, so super proud of her and very glad that she stayed focused during her first year. She seems to really be enjoying herself. But still hard to believe that a whole year has gone by. I just can't believe it. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching me put this layout together as I rambled. And here's my completed layout. If you like this, please give me a thumbs up. Be sure to share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.